So we're going to see how this goes. So here's where we're at, where we can start, at any rate, on page Tuf Resh Kaf Bet, and we're going to read at the bottom where we're going to start talking about we're we're concerned about this word Yekirusa. Dilui Kavod Elyon. That's the topic. Down below it says on the bottom of the first column, we read what introduction to the Grua. Vina Bibir Inyan Yakirusa. Shaladikta Yosef Bashar Ivari Akuma. So why is it that this particular the beard is singled out? What Sido become Biorim Kalon, we're going to see, but Amda Bibir Hamashula Bibir Grua. Now if we take the Grua the way that he said it, but this bar the fish Shahadikta Rabbi Yakar Yosef Bekal Ivari Akuma. Well, that's just like restating the whole thing again. He said because it's more kavodik or more glorious. Hadikta Rabbi covered the Elyon bebechinas zakan, shehu covered the Adam ke'inyan shene'emer, because there was a capacity to a person, is that their beard is an object of kavod. He said of a neged zakanav kavod. So he said just a straight out idea. But we want to know what's really going on there. That when the beard is revealed to Eric Anpen, and this is the big thing, makes a tremendous change in the Rahmanis level in the world. Ein mizgala rachamav azai, Gezalim rachamav v'nichvim called the dinim, and it bends down or it humbles the power of the dinim or Rishoyim. Kalim ushmo mizgala ba'olam, and his world, his name is grown in the world. That is the name of Hashem. Now we went to number Lamed Daled, and we started it off, and we went through number Aleph, which I don't remember that well. But let's go over here to number Bet. Let me see. I got a better. There we go. Let me see number Bet. We can get even closer, I think. Okay. Yeah. So he said, "V'hinech v'kol zechav the inyan dikna de erikanpen, shehu levush leor ha'elyon." So this is the thing about it. It's the dressing. It's the clothing of the upper light. We're going to see this later on in the second paragraph. All the bills, also not just the upper light, the light of Eric Anpin, which we pray for. The Zer Anpin Nikra Yakira, Shuhu Levush, because it's also Levush. The Fi Sham Malvish the Eric Anpin. That's the reason why. Because the Eric Anpin is Malvish, the upper light, the light of the Ein Sof Baruch Hu, which everything has within it, but the Zer Anpin is also manifesting the upper light of Eric Anpin. V'Omer Rab Yakira Ganal, so he says this word Yakirim. This is what it says over there in the Indra Rabbah. Adav Kuf Lamed Ches Amud Beis. He says, Kad Salik Bereusa the Resha, the Resha Hivara. Now he was talking about Eric Anpin, the Ma'avi Yakara, the Yakaret, in order to bring glory to I'm not sure if it means to be called or if it means to say of it to the glory of his glory. V'hu Dikna de Zer Anpin. So what is the secondary glory? Secondary glory is the dikna of Zer Anpin, the Vushal Atika Kadisha. So Ad Khan. So not a really great let's see chiddush here, just another idea, another way of looking at the word Yakir. Well, so let's go on to number Gimel. Bir Nosif Babira Grua, so he says La'el Perik Aleph, he says the Yakiruso Haina Oros Gadolim. They mean the Yakiruso means tremendous lights, or great lights, powerful lights. He said what the beard comes out through the path. I'm not sure what he means exactly by this, but obviously it surrounds these things, the openings of the Ozen Chotem Peh. Shehem Oros Pinimim Gedolim, because these are interior fantastic lights, and in other words, it's by the portals of the light that's inside of Eric Anpin. Masha Ein came, that's right next to them. Masha Ein came b's'aras harosh. Let's contrast it to the hairs on top of the head. Sheyotzen derek or hashenikra acharayim, because it doesn't come from the main facial features of light. So we talk corresponding or contrasting, perhaps. The word acharayim are, let's see, let's see. He says that Masha Ein came b's'aras harosh. So here we know sheyotzech b'derek or shenikra acharayim, that comes for the bath side, that where there are no openings, v'zeh upon him, and this one would be light from the front. So the light from the front is a much stronger light. V'lechein hadigna nikra yikiru the yikirusa. So therefore it's called by this name. I guess the preciousness of the precious, as the yotzim there are the kavod of kavods. Sheyotze derek nekavim v'hevel mamish, because it comes out from actually in the same path along the same route as the light that is coming out of the face, the openings in the front of the head of Zerakanpin, and derek nekavim v'hevel mamish, and the hevel that's really inside, which we had the contrast about putting your finger in your ear and listening to the sound. That's the sound of the hevel. V'yotzim mekolin the kavim shebarosha, comes out of all of the different openings in the head. V'lechein bedikna the vonim. So he says they put in the word levonim, the dikna, which is white. White kishelad b'sa'aros, rock ketsemer, and soft like that is very, very special stuff. Okay, so now we're going to come back up here to, let's see, we're still okay. So he says, V'hina metzino, now we're right after number Kaf Daled here. We have just a few more things, and then he goes into a bunch of other, a group of different explanations which have no beer on them, not much, anyway. So v'hina metzino kavar l'haramak. Bor Yakar sheha'arech b'kayotze b'zecha b'kamet b'komas. He goes on about this. V'klalus dvar of who's this? The Yakarisu who lashon kavod. Okay, let's say that. So he says, okay, so we'll skip the Lamed Hey. It is a ve'inyan the kavod who gilui pu'ulas ha'elyon b'tachton. What is kavod? Kavod is when you see something really great, which is the gilui pu'ulas ha'elyon, that we can actually see what is going on in our world. Now, how does that work in relationship what's up above? Ki pu'ulas ha'elyon l'mata ha'mechabdim es ha'elyon l'mal. So I guess he's talking about the Torah and mitzvahs. The person does this, it becomes a something. He says is mekabdim es ha'elyon l'mala v'zechu v'inyan adikna sha'al yodam izgalim pu'ulas ha'elyon l'mata. So it's through exactly how this works. I'm not sure that he understands it. I understand it. He says, Inyan the dikna sh'al yado, through the beard. Misgalim pu'ulas elyon namada. So the pu'ulas elam, I guess he means in terms of, I'm guessing that he means in terms of the chesed, of the rachmanis that comes from up above. The klalas Inyan pu'ulas adikna hu betarti. So if you want to talk about this in general, there's two different ways to think about it. Echad, lahashpia shefa the tachtainim, because he's able to manifest mercy to the lower world. Base, lahachniach adinim, to completely and humble the dinim. V'hi or yakar, so that is the or yakar. Bir inyan zecha bekama l'shon l'shonos, v'na'ate kitzaz lefonenu. So he's going to start going through this a little bit. The or yakar could be difficult to understand sometimes. Let's come over here and let's look at number Lamed Vav. So, well, just to get a run in, he says up above. So he's talking about up above. Let's look at number Lamed Hey just to get a running start. He says that ve'inyan the kavod hu gilui pu'ulas elyon betachto, ki pu'ulas elyon the mata hem hamachabdim es elyon, because you see, in other words, the nature of the manifestation of the nature of the elyon. Lamala v'zecha ve'inyan the dikna al yado, because it's the dikna that makes it possible for that hismatus of the light to take place and for us to digest and misgalim ba'ulas elyon lamata. So therefore we can see that down below. So he says, let's go over here a little bit more and let's look at number Lamed Vav. Lamed Vav? Yeah. Lamed Vav says L'chora, Zeru Kavanas HaRuach David. This is another sefer. Al Idra Rabba over there, Shabir Ha'inyan B'Katsara B'Shem Arizal. And let's try to get to it. Bediluk, Shechayud Gimel Midas Shel Dikta Shenizkru B'Torah that are mentioned over here in the Torah. He says, Keil Rachum V'Chanim, in other words, like that. He says, Heim Hasa'aros Tzinuros. This is actually referring to, I will call back. Let's see, let me call back. We go here. What's going on? Reasons. There we go. Okay, got you back again. So I think let's start over in Lamed Vav again. He said L'chora Zekavanas Ruach David, where the commentary over there in the Idra Rabbah, Shabir Ha'ini B'Katsara B'Shem Arizal. Let's get a quote. Shahayud Gimel Midas Shal Dikna Nizka B'Torah, which we have here. We're talking about the in Shmos, where it says Keil Rachel V'Chanu, Hemas Aras V'Tzinuros, the Dikna, the Erikanpins. We understand these are the channels of the beard. And from there they flow to Zer Anpin. Kara Osam Yakira, and that's the reason why they're called by the name Yakira. Why? Kihem Niglim Namata, and Mekuvadim, and they are honored and glorified for those who receive that shefa. Now let's look at the next one after Lamed Vav. He said, "V'klalas Indian pa'ulas adikna hu b'tarti." There's two different ways that we can understand it. Echad lahashpia shefa l'tachtainim. The second one is l'chachnia adinim. So that's the second part, is l'chachnia adinim. So let's see what it says way down below. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Go like that. Ooh. So he says, "V'hinei predicted the Erik Anpin, iku gilui base pa'ulos elu." Then you have a revelation of these two pa'ulos. Avara predicted the Zer Anpin, but corresponding zikta the Zer Anpin, the Nikra Gam came Yakira, has the same ika rak gilui pa'ulos pa'ulos. Pa'ula achas, they're only a revelation of one pa'ula, which is what? The hainu hachnos adinim, because Zer Anpin is the balance scale. And so you want to tilt it, that is the shefa that's coming from Erik Anpin, towards the right. So look over b'shem or yakar al idra excuse me, the itra demashkana b'zel l'shono kop olosecho the dikner the Zer Anpin levato l'dinim. That's really what Zer Anpin is, to get things back into balance. So I think we'll stop here and we'll move over to the next piece.